Hello, welcome pen friends. I'm back with another video. This time it's about Ink Flight 29. This is the subscription box that I've been getting for over a year now from Ink Journal. And it's always wonderful and always so much fun. It's a little bit different this time because this is the last subscription box I'm going to get until I get my inky situation under control. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below as to the reason why I'm stopping all incoming samples for the time being, because I have so many. It actually totals up to 451, but that's a whole nother video. I still wanted to bring you what was in this box, and the only difference is that I won't be reviewing them immediately. They'll kind of get in line with the rest of the ink samples that I have, but I do have a panel to show you. But first I was just going to show you basically what came. So what came was 7 ink samples from Sailor, and they're really beautiful. You can already see when you start looking in the bottles, the inks are really pretty. They're from Japan, and here on the little ticket they said born in 1911. Oh my goodness, my father-in-law was born in 1911. In Hiroshima, Japan, the Sailor Pen Company has a long history of producing fountain pens with exquisite nibs crafted under the watchful eye of a nib master. Sailor also has an ink master solely dedicated to the production of the finest quality inks in the world. Well, they're going to be really, really fun, and I have only a little experience, which is all positive, with Sailor inks. So there's that, and then in the box was a Toya Blade fountain pen. Now this is the type fountain pen that very much reminds me of a Pilot Varsity, and I have one to show you in a minute. You know, it's ready to use, you know, right out of the box. It's ready to go. I actually have one that a pen friend had sent me, and it's been kicking around here for nearly a year and a half, and it's always ready to write. So it's that kind of pen. Let me show you real close. You know, ready to go. You could hand it over to somebody that knows nothing, and if something happened to it, you might be upset, but you wouldn't cry like you would if it was one of your beauties, you know. So it's, you know, about a $4 pen, but it's a wonderful, reliable writer. I know that much. Oh, I was going to compare it. So it kind of compares, except I think the Toya Blade is much prettier than the Pilot Varsity. The Pilot Varsity looks cheap, you know. It writes good, and it's got that similar kind of, let's just compare them since we're doing that. You know, it's not exactly the same, but it's got that similar vibe, right? And I never have trouble with that one either. It always writes. I've had it around here for almost 3 years. The other one, the other Atoya, is almost the same. It just looks just a little bit different. I've had that around for a long time too. So anyway, reliable pen, excellent, right around $4 each. Okay, and then the other thing was this A6. And it's a Toya Profolio Oasis, and it is really unique. What's unique about it is that inside it's got grid, line, dot, it's got everything going on. And I think even I, with my larger writing, will get along with this notebook because I can see, you know, I could go for that chunkier line. There's no way I need those smaller ones, but they're very subtle. So I noticed it has page dates, and boy, is that important to me. Right now, I'm going through something very, very difficult administratively and as a guardian. And I need to date my notes. I need to know, you know, when it was. And it's a long story that's not for here. But I think this notebook will be really helpful right now during this particular thing that I'm trying to, you know, be of help and service. And so anyway, this is a great little notebook. And I think they run about approximately $6.99. I found it at Gold Spot, so that's just in case you're interested. So wonderful. And my ink journal will have this launching pad still, and what I plan to do is when I do get around to reviewing them, I'll put them in here because this is what I like to do. But let's get on to the panel. I'll bet you'd like to see that. You know, I love making panels, and I'm sure I'll find excuses even during all this inky situation here to make panels. But if you don't think these are beautiful, then adjust your glasses, I guess, or your eyes, because wow, aren't they pretty? I shouldn't I'll ever try humor before I eat breakfast, actually, but okay, here goes. So we've got a light blue, beautiful, not quite as saturated blue, but wow, that's beautiful, isn't it? I'm not going to try to say those names. I wrote them in a thicker font, so you could probably read them, and you could screenshot this if you wanted to. And then a darker, brighter blue, yummy. Oh boy, that looks nice. And then we have a green. I like the name of that, even though I'll probably butcher it. Chakawa Matsu. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. It looks like it has some complexity in it. And then this next one, this... I said I wasn't going to try to pronounce them. This one went on green, and I thought, oh no, I've got a mistake. They must have put the green in both vials, but now it dries brown. And it even says that. That's one of the things I love about their little... thing. It tells you. So it says the Riku Cha, a complex color that's a dark green that dries to brownish hue. Yes, that fooled me at first. I thought, oh, I've got two greens side by side, or maybe a duplicate, but no. And then Grenade. Wow, what a splash that makes. That is gorgeous. It's bright. Is it red? Is it pink? But it's really pretty. We know all about that kind of thing here. And then here's Apricot. Wow, that's pretty. That's one I can pronounce. That's amazing. Okay, and then a bright red. Just, yeah, don't worry. That's really as bright as it looks. So wonderful. And how on earth I'm going to survive not getting the July ink flight, I don't know. But I'll tell you this much. It's putting a fire under my butt to get... to find out how many of those 451 ink samples have I already profiled. And last night I had this flash of insight, like, hey, I need to have an archive of the ones that I've already profiled, because I never like getting rid of them. Because for these panel profiles and for the individual profiles, I super like to have these available, So... if I drop water on one of these, then I'm going to want to try to find that original if possible. There are times when I clean out vials, but I do try to keep a drop or two because, it's good reference for someone like me who's trying to review inks. So, I'm starting to see the positive of the sooner I get a handle on the 451 samples, the sooner I can get back to these ink flights, because I love them. And I toyed with this for about 3 months before I finally realized I needed to pause my subscription. And like I said, there's another video about that. But hopefully you enjoyed this. And I did find another person. I think her name is... oh dear, I'm not going to be able to remember. It has dragon in it, so I'll have to link you that too. She's been doing unboxing of the ink flights, and that way maybe you wouldn't be left completely in the dark, because I'm going to be in the dark with you, so I'm going to be looking for what did they do this month, until I get back in sync and start up my subscription again. So thank you, Ink Journal. Thank you, Tom. This is another wonderful, wonderful ink journal, ink flight box. And I'm definitely going to use this notebook right away because, I'm talking to case managers. I'm talking to a client. I'm talking, I'm researching things. I think I'm going to dive right in. This is really pretty. And the pen is excellent. I like having the one that I had it in my purse. So, it's like a trustworthy, ever ready fountain pen, and not all of our fountain pens are like that. So this was excellent, and I'm very appreciative and love it. It's always worth the money, always. It's just, at this point as a reviewer, I've lost control of my of my hoard here, so I'm going to gain control quickly. So I'll see you guys later, and let me know what you think. Does anything jump out here? You now know that I have these in-house, and they can... when we start voting, which we will soon, it's just that I'm not even ready to have a vote yet, then these will be up for vote too for, future. I like to do viewers' choice profile series sometimes, and in the summer particularly. So we're approaching that. So let me know in the comments. As usual, I enjoy your comments very much, and I'll see you on the next video, which should be what has already been scheduled, and that is part 2 of my Sunday Fun series. So I'll see you there. Bye for now.